Hello, this is Brandon with Skymount, and I'm here with Lisa. She just sold her house to us here in Medina, Ohio, and she's agreed to tell her story in her own words, answer a couple questions about her experience working with us. So thank you, Lisa, for being here with us.
Thank you.
The first question here, Lisa, is can you tell me a little bit about the situation you were dealing with before you reached out to us?
Yes, so my father passed away in January, and this was his home. Unfortunately, he had taken out a second mortgage for some updates to the house, so there was still a balance owed on the mortgage. The house does need a little bit of work, nothing too drastic, but I don't have the time nor the money to invest to get the house to where it would need to be to put on the real estate market, the standard market. My goal was just to get out of it what was owed and maybe a little bit extra. And I was checking my options, very leery about a lot of the cash for houses situations. I had reached out to four or five different potential buyers before finally settling with Skymount.
Awesome. And we appreciate it very much. Next question. What options were you considering before deciding to work with us?
Well, as I said, I did contemplate fixing up the house, selling it, because certainly I could have made a profit, but just the lifestyle that I lead with having to work and what I like to do in life, I just do not have the time or the money to invest in it. And quite frankly, I did not want to go the traditional real estate route. It's just, I'm not a fan of that. So I made the decision, again, just to get out what was owed, and hopefully someone will enjoy the house as much as we did.
All right. Next question. What made you feel comfortable moving forward with us?
Well, as I stated, again, there were several, I think there were four, you might have been the fifth that I spoke to. A lot of them right from the get-go, it was an immediate turnoff. Brandon came prepared. Even prior to Brandon arriving at the house, the lady, I forget her name that I was dealing with, she sent your picture. She sent all of the information, arranged a meeting time that worked for me. She answered all the questions I had up to that point, not only over the phone, but via email. When Brandon came, as I said, he was very prepared, had a folder. I had all my questions lined up, and we spent quite a bit of time talking, and he answered every one of them and had proof of what would take place if and when we decided to go through with the sale.
Good. And you kind of already answered this, but just talk to us. What was the process like actually working with us?
Very straightforward, very simple. Honestly, I can't imagine it being less stress-free. Communication was fantastic. Once the title company got involved, I did deal with them as well. They were great. But anytime I had a question, I don't think I waited more than 2 hours for a response via either text, phone call, or email. So I have zero negative comments related to Skymount.
Awesome. Now, how do you feel that everything is done?
It's emotional, I'll say that. This is my last day in the house, but it's a relief. It's definitely good knowing that we can move forward and hopefully somebody will inhabit the house again that will enjoy it as much as we did. I'm anxious to see what becomes of the house as far as the remodeling. But yeah, the process was from start to finish, gosh, I think 1 month. And that was another thing I should have stated. You said we would close on or about May 14th, and we in fact closed on May 14th. So that's impressive.
Last question here. What would you say to someone else who's going through a similar situation right now?
I would say definitely check out your options like I did, but I think you will find when you speak to some of the other cash for home buyers and then speak to Skymount, I think you'll have your answer very easy. There's no comparison with the people that I spoke to.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Lisa, for sharing your situation. We really
Thank you. Thank you.